All right, good evening. All right, how y'all doing tonight? Good. Well, it's good to see you all. My name is Kyle Miller, and I am the director of the Delta Culture Center. And I want to thank you all so much for coming tonight. And this means so much to me, so much, because I know many of these are your kids, these are your children, your nieces, your nephew, and cousins, and just people that you love, and you're going to be so proud of them. They started working on this in actually original written material that they started working on about 2 weeks ago. And in 2 weeks, they put together what I feel to be is a fantastic show. And so it's going to be awesome. I do want to especially thank and acknowledge a few people and entities. The Delta Culture Center is a museum of the Arkansas Department of Parks, Heritage, and Tourism, and I want to thank them for their support. Also, this program, the Arts Theater program that we're doing this summer, was made in existence through a grant from the Walton Family Foundation. And so we want to give a very special thanks to the Walton Family Foundation for their continued support for this program, because without their support, this program would not exist. And finally, we'd also like to thank the Arkansas Arts Council, because the Arkansas Arts Council was a big contributor in our Artist in Residency program with our drama teacher, Chris, who I'm about to present now. And so now it gives me a great honor and a great excitement to introduce you to the theater teacher who is responsible for helping the kids put together the theater portion of this program. He is a spoken word poet. He is an author. He's a playwright. He is a literary man of everything. Just a very super talented person and just an awesome guy all around. He hails from Little Rock, but he lives in Atlanta and Chicago and a whole bunch of other places. Where are all the other places you live? But with that being said, I'd like to introduce you to but some of you may actually know him. A TED Talk speaker. The list goes on. Mr. Chris James. Show your love.
How y'all doing? All right. So check this out. So tonight y'all about to see something amazing. Everybody say amazing. So when I say it's about to be amazing, I really mean it. I ain't making this up. So I like to get some call and response and some feedback, because that's what these actors and performers are going to need during the entire show. All right? So when I say how y'all doing, y'all respond by saying the family is good. How y'all doing? That was like a C minus. Let's get to an A plus. How y'all doing? All right, cool beans. So again, thank y'all. I'm about to get into this piece. I hope you like it. If you don't, just act like you like it anyway. And All right. So let's practice some feedback real quick. So tonight, if you hear something that you like or feel or that moves you, all right, you can snap. Everybody snap. Everybody say, ooh. Everybody say, wow. I'm like, girl, did he say that? All right. This must be an okay crowd. All right. Cool beans. I like it already. So I'm going to get into a piece called You. Look at your neighbor and say, you. So this piece right here, raise your hand if you ever felt like you were not enough. Anybody ever felt like they were not enough? All right. Anybody ever felt like they can do more? Oh, okay. All right. Well, this piece that I'm going to share with you through poem and song is to tell you that where you are in life is where you are supposed to be. Somebody say amen, hallelujah. Amen. All right. So with that, I sing the song first, and then you guys are going to sing the song with me. And then right after that, the band is going to join us so we can sound real good. This is the rehearsal. Everybody say rehearsal. All right, here we go. You got a lot to smile for. You got a lot to live for. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up now. Stop! Y'all messing up. Smile for, live for, a lot to do. You can't give up now. All right, amen. One more time. That's why we rehearsing. All right, the kids, the students, they did a whole lot of rehearsal too. All right? That was y'all first time. It's okay. Y'all ready? I'm going to sing it one more time. You got a lot to smile for. You got a lot to live for. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up now. All right. Y'all ready, band? All right, we're about to do it with the band now. This is where we really see if you're talented or not. All right? Whoever thought that was Beyonce or Luther Vandross, whoever you thought you was. Here we go. Everybody clear your throats out. You got a lot to smile for. You got a lot to live for. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up now. Hold on. If y'all ready, sound ready. You got a lot to smile for. You got a lot to live for. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up now. You got a lot to smile for. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up. Now look at somebody. You got a lot to smile for. You got a lot to live for. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up now. So this is a poem for all the humans in here right now who ever had the nerve to question your own existence. You know, God called me, right? And he told me to tell you that he designed you imperfect on purpose. And there is nothing in your mirror you should question. Your flaws are beautiful, accept them. And don't listen to what them naysayers be telling. Tell them that you ain't buying what they selling. Because what you already got is a top quality, an unbuyable commodity, came straight from the source when you were born. You were pure gold. When you pop from your mother's belly, ain't nothing you need missing. You are extraordinarily exquisite. You perfect in that picture. You hang on the walls of hearts like art. There is no need to alter your image. For the rest of your days, I want you to be bold and resilient. In the toughest of times, I want you to rise from the ashes like a phoenix. Your presence is a present on Christmas. It's anticipated by many. They sit and wait on your arrival. Like children wait on Santa to come down the chimney, your entrance into the room is grand. There is nothing about you minuscule. You are well-rounded. 360. No degrees missing. For the rest of your days, hold your head up high as if you are on a mission, because you are. You got a purpose and you are on purpose. Don't live life like you are an accident. You are fully insured. So rest assured that your greatness is already written in stone. Y'all, I saw a man who was homeless and hungry, but he was smiling from cheek to cheek. When, in my opinion, he had two good reasons to complain. But his joy is a reminder that there was always a ray of sunshine somewhere. And just because you don't see it immediately don't mean it ain't there. You know, sometimes you got to open your eyes, lean in and look a little bit closer. There is always beauty in the blemishes, behind the borders to the basics, in the background, like a background singer with just as much gift from God as the girls and the guys in the front. And just because they shine bright, don't make your light dim. Stop comparing. You are not like them. And just because they got it doesn't mean you don't. Sometimes you just gotta be patient, because maybe your miracle's marinating and your blessing is still baking, and you can't rush perfection. God is an artist, so respect us. You are a magnificent masterpiece. And you were made in the image of the Most High. And with the faith of a mustard seed, you can move mountains. Now that's magic. So while you're worrying, when you're supposed to be the child of a warrior, you got it. Everything you ever desired is already inside your heart. There is no need for a Wizard of Oz when all you got to do is open your eyes and realize that it's always been right there inside of you the entire time. So I want you, and 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 you, to know that you got a lot to smile for. You got a lot to live for. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up. Now with me. All right. One more time, big. One more time. You got a lot to smile for. You got a lot to live for. You got a lot to do, so you can't give up now. Amen, amen. Y'all like that a little bit? All right, all right. Well, if y'all like that, y'all are about to love what's about to happen next, all right? When I tell you these young people, they wrote this, they helped direct it, produce, they helped do everything. You go see actors playing music, you go see actors dancing, and you go see them everywhere, all right, because they're multi-talented, all right? And I told them that they're some of the most talented group of young people that I work with. I ain't never worked with a group of actors who run from dancing to playing instruments, back to the stage, all that. This is an impressive group right here in West Helena, Arkansas. So you guys are in for an amazing show. If you have not heard about the story of one of the most bloody massacres that ever happened in America, the Elaine Massacre, right? Tonight you're about to learn about it. So I give you permission and I challenge you to feel. Everybody say feel. All right? I challenge you to cry, to laugh, to be angry, to be confused. I want you to experience all of your emotions tonight as you experience what these young actors, what these young people have produced for you. So with no further ado, I'd like to give it up, like you to give it up right now for the Red Storm, the Elaine Massacre. Give it up for him, give it up for him, give it up for him.
The glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory. Oh.
No man, no weapon formed against. Yes, glory is destined. Every day, women and men become legends. Sins that go against our skins become blessings. The movement is a rhythm to us. Freedom is like religion to us. Justice is just a position in us. Justice for all, just ain't specific enough. One son died, the spirit is revisiting us. True and living in us, resistance is us. That's why Rosa sat on the bus. That's why we walk through Ferguson with our hands up. When it go down, we woman and man up. They say stay down, and we stand up. Shots we on the ground, the camera panned up. King pointed to the mountaintop, and we ran up. Selma's now for every man, woman, and child. Even Jesus got his crown in front of the crowd. They march with the torch, we gon' run with it now. Never look back, we done gone hundreds of miles from dark roads, heroes, to become a hero. Facing the legal justice, his power was the people. Enemy is lethal, a king became regal. Thought Jim Crow under a bald eagle. The biggest weapon is to stay peaceful. We sing our music, it's the cuss that we bleed through. Somewhere in that dream we had an epiphany. Now we right the wrongs in history. No one can win the war individually. It takes the wisdom of the elders and young people's energy. Welcome to the story we call victory. The coming of the Lord, my eyes have seen the glory.
One day, when the glory comes, it'll be ours, it'll be ours. Oh, one day, when the war is won, we will be sure, we will be sure. Oh, glory. Oh.
In the beginning, in Elaine, it was glorious. After World War I, black soldiers returned to Phillips County as new men, decorated and diligent. Proud and filled with passion. But although they were changed, the world wasn't necessarily ready to follow.
Black landowners growing crops, whites buying, expecting to pay for less and sell for more, getting away with any and everything that they want. But little do they know, just like Genesis 22 and 13, Abraham lifted his eyes and there behind him was a ram caught in the thicket by his home.
And my hard work was never cared about until the white man wanted my attention. My dedication for this job was so I could feed my family, but yet it still only had enough to feed me.
I worked 20 years, but my pay was crap. I was told as a youngin' that a closed mouth don't get fed, so I opened it, but nobody listened. When I speak, only the walls hear me, not even the people who gave me my money.
From sunup to sundown, I worked, but through the struggle, I still kept my head up. As a sharecropper, it was unfair. Doing so much to get it so little in return. We need more. We need more for our children, our family, and our lives.
Equality is what fulfilled my needs. I mean, I was the one breaking my back and all on my knees.
The greed of others made things so hard to be equal. Why want more when you have enough already?
In 1919, life was new.
refused to sell those 2 bales of confidence in the average cost. White landowners in Elaine were so enraged at Ware's audacity for putting his foot down for his value. Soon rumors were spread like wildfire that Ware would be lynched.
On September 30th, 1919, black farmers of the Union gathered in hopes to have a progressive future. As 2 white men approached the 2 black men standing guard outside the meeting, shots rained off and white men were killed.
Blood on leaves and blood at the roots. Ooh, southern trees, it bears strange fruit. Ooh, there were black bodies hanging from the poplar tree.
October 1st, 1919, was the day it all began. Bloody rage. 150 white soldiers stood outside Ware's home, throwing threats of death like grenades.
From surrounding cities and states, they came drenched in premeditated hate. Walking through the streets of Elaine, all eyes on me. They stare at me like I'm a creature from another universe. Nowhere to say. They chase them down with guns, rods, and knives, and anything they can use else against us.
Walking through the city of Elaine, I look to the left and I look to the right of me. And all I see is dead bodies. Dead bodies reminding me of the strange fruit.
As war broke out like bad acting, people fighting for their lives and what's right. The sky watched as the sun faded, and our bright city soon became dark.
Click, boom, drip.
Click, boom, drop.
The sound of meditated blood absorbing into the ground. White vigilantes defending their ego. Where was our black light? Man, where was our hero?
Instead, we had to blind to our fellow Negroes. Crazy how to take that case models, word. I'm in pain to know what happened to my people transpired. I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. One terrible day, left blood everywhere. Blood and bodies filled the street. I hate to know just walking outside can get me beat.
The commotion was so loud, you would think it was a crowd, but the real crowd was around, trying not to make a sound.
Is it not such that I cried? I ain't have nowhere to run. I ain't have nowhere to hide. I didn't want to cause trouble. I don't want to be hurt.
My fate was judged by the color of my skin. Racism killing every black person in sight. I'm terrified for the lives like mine. They won't stop until we're gone.
Posses, cliques, and mobs. Then the government had 500 troops into our beloved city to kill innocent African Americans.
Man, why they gotta act so arrogant? During the Elaine Massacre, over 200 black bodies were slaughtered and only 5 Caucasian casualties. There was no comparison. These black sharecroppers and farmers were only seeking for equality and justice, but instead they were delivered death by white vigilantes.
The red summer was black flesh that couldn't defend themselves. In Pine Bluff, Arkansas, firearm was banned.
After all was said and done, not one white vigilante was held accountable for the lives taken. Not even a marker to tell why our souls ascended.
And to this day, it's still not a marker or a burial site for the dead ones. They told us not to say nothing. They told us to be quiet.
Hundreds of years, we could have said things. I think it's time for a change. James Baldwin once said, not everything that is faced can be changed, but nothing can be changed until it's faced.
Roll, Jordan, roll. Roll, Jordan, roll. My soul arise in heaven, Lord. The year that Jordan rolled. Went down to the river of Jordan, where John baptized three. Well, I walked up to the devil in hell, said, John ain't baptized me. Oh, roll, Jordan, roll. You ought to roll, Jordan, roll. My soul arise in heaven, Lord, the year that Jordan rolled. Oh, roll, Jordan, roll. Roll, Jordan, roll. My soul arise in heaven, Lord, the year that Jordan rolled. Roll, Jordan, roll. Roll, Jordan, roll. My soul arise in heaven, Lord, the year that Jordan rolled.
I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, you will freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, you will freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I'm gonna stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, you will freedom calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. Stand up, take my people with me. Together we are going to a brand new home. Far across the river, you will be calling, calling me to answer. Gonna keep on keeping on. I can feel it in my bones.
The smoke still dancing in the air. The debris of death still kiss the ground. The city of Elaine forever cursed and haunted by the sounds of stolen souls.
Innocent, but held in stockades until a white man vouched for me as a good Negro.
Who knew that this would be the change that came? Torches beating in flames. 285 African Americans arrested for a riot that they didn't commit.
On October 31st, 122 black men were charged by the judge, J.M. Jackson.
On November 3rd, Frank Moore,
Frank and Ed Hicks,
Joe Knox
Paul Hall
Ed Coleman,
were all tried for murder.
In just 8 minutes, the jury decided that Frank Hicks was found guilty. The other 5 were charged as accessories to the murder. They were sentenced to death.
Ed Ware,
Alfred Banks,
William Wardlaw,
Albert Giles
Joe Fox,
and John Martin
were all delivered the same fate. They all became the Elaine 12.
The torture to testify ripped me apart. Watching what happened, it just hurt my heart. So many of us brutally beat that I couldn't even stand up on my own 2 feet. I was forced to lie up on that man's name. I didn't even know him. That's such a shame. Nobody to tell. But guess what? My color was there to be blamed.
Seeing my brother on that stand go against our community, ain't no telling what was kicked, pulled, or beaten out of him. I could see the misery in his eyes.
This justice system was like a poplar tree in the old South, just left black bodies swinging.
And I never want my child to look up and ask what type of fruit was on that tree.
After 7 years of legal battles, with the help of Little Rock's permanent attorney, Scipio Africanus Jones, eventually all of the Elaine 12 were set free.
But in Elaine, one of the most wealthy and beautiful parts of the entire state was never the same, forever changed.
On one night, after one meeting, 2 white men shot and injured caused 3 days of terror that ended on the 4th day of October with 5 Caucasian casualties, 6 men in the Ware case and 6 men in the Moore case, with a total of 12 sentenced, 7 white jurors and they only took 8 minutes. 8 minutes. 8 minutes to reach a verdict.
As the lifeless body dangled for me, I began to stretch, and I hate that they made me that way because that's not what I was meant for. To the black people, I was a death tool, but to the white vigilantes, I was powerful, and I hated that because I'm normally used for tying out boats or playing tug of war.
On the 30th day of the 9th month, in the year 1919, I sat high and looked low as the massacre began. As I glanced at what I thought was stick figures, I noticed that they were still in my family's light, gazing as my sister shined upon them. I soon realized that they were not only basking in their beautiful light, yet looking forward to something. What could that be? We're soon to find out. Moments later, my sister Sonny and I watched as guns squatted in rows, figures scattered, but they could not outrun the clang that echoed into me. Click, boom, drop, weapons discharged, scream, figures fell, a bloody massacre. Yet again, why were they looking into Sonny's light, gazing as they took their last breath? Once stick figures, now lines that lay flat, while their blood seeps into the brown and green layer that sits below me.
As I sat there, as I slowly rubbed on her beautiful curved black body, with a swift movement on my finger, she gasped. She let out a loud outburst that we heard from a couple blocks away. She leads me on my day with the jewels I give to her in privacy, ready to show the world her daily gift. Without her on my side, I feel alone, out my comfort zone, and naked.
Who am I? I am Elaine. I am the tears of Elaine.
I am the ropes that they use to hang.
I am the sky that sat high and looked low in Elaine.
I am the guns used to kill my fellow brothers and sisters in Elaine.
We are Elaine.
nobody turn me around. Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. I'm gonna keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom land. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around, turn me around, turn me around. Ain't gonna let nobody turn me around. Keep on walking, keep on talking, marching up the freedom land.
Open the streets and watch our beliefs, and when they call my name inside the concrete, I pray it forever.
Yeah! Give it up for these amazing actors one more time. Yeah, singers and all that. All right, let's get the house lights up real quick. Did y'all enjoy that? Alright, so what's about to happen right now? We're about to do a Q&A. Everybody say yes.
No.
What does that mean? he already did it, we flew him in all the way from Brinkley, that was a joke, nobody laughed. They were like, they got an airport? And then, of course, the executive director that was a cultural artist, give it up for Dr. Miller, for having a vision, and it became a reality. So real quick, let's do this. We'll have our actors come to the end of the stage, ladies first, so you can have a seat first. And we'll get this thing started. Dr. Miller, you going to help out with the audience? Then, young man, if you got a seat too, that'd be great. If not, so if you have a question for the actors or musicians, you can raise your hand. If not, I'll ask them a question. 1, 2, 1, 2. I like this mic. All right, and we'll give that to y'all, so y'all can pass your mic. Anybody got a question for the actors, the musicians, the singers at this moment? Anybody got a question? You can ask a question about anything they learned, anything they talked about, their process to put this production together. Anybody got a question? Yes, sir.
I'm just saying, let's get on the mic too, a little question.
Yeah, we streamed it live on BET.
Before this event, how much did you know about Elaine Massacre? And if not, what did you learn from it?
Anybody can answer that question? I've got my seat down.
Okay, so before I knew little about the Elaine Massacre, I knew it happened in Elaine, and I knew that a lot of people died. But after I learned more about the location, the people involved, how they were just fighting to be treated equal, and they just wanted to make the same amount of money as the white man, and they wasn't going for that. So we learned about the killing fields out on the outskirts of Elaine, how they would just let black people run and just shoot them down. It was really like breathtaking and sad at that moment because I just realized how the world saw us and how they looked at us as human beings. So I'm happy that we got to be able to share to each other and be able to distribute it to everybody so they can understand what went down, what happened, and learn from our mistakes.
Anybody else want to answer that question? I think she killed it.
It was obvious to me that you all were very emotionally connected to the story. And after having learned about the amount of violence and the level of violence, did it give you something to take back with you into your school? Because you all are dealing with a lot more violence, I know, than my generation. So did it give you something to kind of think about? Did it give you something that you want to kind of take back and talk to your friends about?
Deep question.
Anybody? Okay.
It was definitely interesting, so it was a lot to take in, so I actually learned a lot about it, so I take it back to tell a lot of people, my friends, my family, everybody.
I knew it was going to happen something like
Okay, so her question was
just basically looking at the violence of Elaine. How do you apply that now to the violence of today?
I mean, me personally, I believe violence, we can try to end it, but people are still going to have their same mindsets and they might, try to continue. But the only thing we can do is lower those levels. So we'll have to lower those levels in order to get somewhere. You know, you got to start from somewhere. You got to start someplace to get to another place. You got to have a starting point to have an end point. Can't have an end point without a start. Come on now! So one thing we have to do, I don't want to consider to use the preach word, but that's the only word I can think of at the moment. You just have to preach to your peers, you know, treat everybody equally, because at one point in time, others wasn't nobody treated equally, really. Women wasn't treated equally, you know, race wasn't equal, but all of us are here now. We're being treated equal in most ways, and then we still have other ways in which we're not. So the only thing we can do is, right now, we halfway there. We got to get we can get 75%, then we're going to reach that 100%. We done already started. The only thing we got to do is just keep on going to get to that end point. Non-violence.
Hey, he going to be somebody's preacher. Amen.
Amen.
Go ahead, young lady. She got a question. Right here, Kyle.
Oh, okay. Yes, sir.
I don't have a question, but I want to say you guys are amazing. Let's give them another round of applause. And I can't believe that they did this in 2 weeks, but I am super shocked. And I know so many of you guys up there, and I am so proud of you.
And I'll say this: these young people, if you guys would have saw the process in which they developed this script, they didn't get a script in their hand until last Friday or something like that.
Yeah, two Fridays ago.
So they had days to memorize this script, to get comfortable with the language and all that, and they did that. Are y'all professional actors? Well, we got one right here. We got two. My bad. We got two. So one of the actors wanted me to ask you if you learned something, or did you have a standout moment in the show? Anybody in the audience? Yes, ma'am. We got one here.
And then Mr. Johnson.
Okay.
Hi, everybody. So proud of y'all. Beautiful job. I'm from Memphis. I'm Caleb's mom. Never heard about the Elaine Massacre ever in my life, right? So to see, I think the standout part for me would have to be the monologues. Is that what you call it? When they were all standing in the red after the strange fruit, just talking about how, you know, we really were hung from poplar trees just because of the color of our skin, and just because somebody didn't agree with how we looked. So one thing I do want to ask, was I supposed to ask a question? Oh. I think you touched me the most. Everybody touched me, right? But it was something about you, your emotion, as you were speaking and portraying, even as you weren't even talking, right? So I wanted to ask you personally, like emotionally, how did it resonate with you that you were able to so flawlessly allow us to see your vulnerability in that moment? Like, what is it that stuck out to you that made you be able to make me feel it like I did?
Basically just going in, our director, Mr. James, like after we learned everything, remembered it, he just kind of continued to just tell us to just put emotion into it, and we didn't really know what that meant. We were just kind of doing little slow hand movements, but he just kept telling us to put emotion, just make the crowd feel. So I just kind of read over the script as a whole and just kind of figured out, like, what is the meaning behind it? Am I just like standing before these people and just saying something that I remember, or am I like teaching them something? So after I realized that, Brianna, you're not just standing there to do a show. You're actually like teaching these people, you know, you're gonna move these people, so do it to the best of your ability. So I love speaking and things like that in that nature. So just being like before you guys and being able to just teach you something, that is what really moved me. And like just reading it over and over and just understanding and realizing that like these people actually went through this. We're not just like making a story up and just putting on a show for y'all. They went through this. So I have to like tell y'all like the true story behind it. So I have a line towards the end. It was like, and I never wanted my child to look up and ask what type of fruit was on that tree. So basically just as a whole, like not we're, because I'm not, but you know, we're raising children up in this world, and children are like super, super curious. Like they have a million questions on what's going on, what's this, what's that. So that is what really just pulled me to just come with it. Like after I figured out how to like bring emotion into that line, I realized how to bring emotion into the entire thing. So yeah.
All right. Yes, sir. Mr. Johnson.
Hey guys, I just want to say that was an awesome job. I am very proud of all of you all, and your performance there was wonderful. The questions that I had has been asked by the first gentleman that stood, and another one by the other person that asked it also. But my question now is, before this, and I think it just got asked, had your parents ever talked to you about this? Some had?
Well, actually, no.
It's on.
So I would like to say that my granddad taught me about this before he passed away, because he grew up, he was born and raised in Elaine. He was alive during the time this was happening. Well, his mother was. So I learned from him, and then he taught my mother, and my mother taught me about it.
Okay, Dalen wanted to respond.
I heard of it through school and through my dad and doing folks that older than me, but I didn't know the deficit of Elaine Massacre. I didn't know how important it was. I thought it wasn't just massacre. I didn't know that until I've been taught about it, until how deadly it actually was. This was the second deadliest massacre in American history. The first one in Tulsa. So to know that that happened not 20 miles down the street from me is just, it's crazy. It's crazy to me because you never thought that it would happen at home. I'm gonna say that. You never thought things would happen to you at home.
We got one right here, Doc.
Okay.
I want to, first of all, great job, and the emotion was really powerful. And but I'm curious, has this experience made anybody here want to continue in doing this more? Dramatic arts. Anybody want to talk about it, or what? Have you changed your plans any?
Okay, I see several hands. Hey, y'all, and this special recognition, this is our mayor, Mayor Kevin Smith. If y'all would show your love. It's not every day you get the mayor to come to a show, so we are very honored. Thank you, Mayor. Thank you so much. So who wants to respond to that? Okay, we'll start here.
That question was a really good question, and yes, that will be my answer, because I've learned a lot from this place, and not only about the Elaine Massacre. I've learned about how the Soul Train went down. I've learned a lot of stuff, and I really enjoyed it because it brought me closer to a lot of people that I didn't even really know like that. But it helped me bond with other people, and it helped me learn so much stuff that I didn't even know. So yeah, I would love to do this again.
I'm just gonna say my answer is yes, because I want to keep on performing, keep on educating people about topics, about the trauma that Black people went through. And I think that this program is an amazing way to address it to the community and address changes that need to be made.
My answer is yes also, because when I was rapping, I was feeling it, and I kind of felt the words he was saying, and it got to me, and I just got in the moment, and I was just imagining I'm on this stage by myself, and I can't see y'all. But not like that, but you know what I mean. Because I was nervous at first, and I just got the rapping, and yeah.
All right.
can admit my first play that I was part of was a production of Mr. Cal Lily. We were at the college and we were doing a play about Black history. And I love that over the weeks of being here, I got to get closer to a lot of young ladies and young men that I didn't know at first. And I like how, as we went over it, that we actually got connected to them. Even though we didn't say their lives, we could feel what they were saying through the emotion in the air. Like, I like the emotion that y'all gave off of this. That made it us want to go harder.
I just had to say something this time. So, would I participate in this program again? Oh yeah, of course. This program, I mean, it's one of the most amazing summer programs out here in the county. Maybe, matter of fact, in the state. Because let me tell y'all, one thing this program does, if you're not really confident in yourself and speaking publicly, memorizing scripts, there are people here that are trained to help you and reach that ability so that you can get up on that stage and that you can present yourself to people. And that's one thing that I enjoyed about this program. Me personally, I wasn't no actual speaker, but now I consider myself professional. I don't know what everybody else say. I'm a professional. But here, you get to interact with kids your age, students your age, people your age. And with this program, it just gives you the opportunity to put yourself out there, to come up out of your comfort zone, show what's on the inside of you that you don't know that's even there yourself. One thing about me, I performed my first monologue. Yes, I'm a long-winded person. I performed my first monologue with this program. That monologue was 1.5 pages long. Ain't nowhere in the world I could have done that. But guess what? I got up on the stage and I did. And I'm still here today. All of us are still here today. And guess what? Every year we grow and we grow. And guess what? After this year, we're going to grow some more.
All right. So we'll take a couple more questions and then we'll wrap up. Questions or statements to the actors or singers and dancers.
Hey, y'all. I just wanted to say y'all did a great job. But my question is, how will y'all continue to use your voices specifically to spread awareness for Black lives?
And we can get at least 2 of y'all to answer that question.
Pass the mic to David.
Hold on. Let's let one of these actors. Anybody? All right. They said we just go do it by doing it. That's what they meant.
So she, ooh, I love this question. Let me calm down. I'm getting excited. So, but I'm going to say this. The way that I speak my truth about my history, about my heritage, about my color, my skin, I use my voice. Don't be scared. I don't be scared to use my voice. I speak loud and clear. Like if somebody asks me about if somebody just say something about my history that I believe is wrong, I'm gonna tell them about it. Like you don't know about my history. I know about my own history. You know about it. I'm gonna tell you one thing about it. I'm gonna prove to you. I don't care if we have an hour-long conversation. I'm gonna prove to you that you're wrong about my culture, about my people. Cause you don't know about my culture. I love my culture. We have some differences. We have some differences now that with each other, but we still love each other. Saying it doesn't matter. We still love each other. We still gonna speak for each other. We still gonna have our back for each other. We still gonna do everything for each other. But at the end of the day, we might not like each other. We may hate each other. But we still love each other. That's it. Any other questions? Want to say one more? I mean, hey, who got the mic here?
Good evening. I am just so proud to see all of you on the stage. I am a teacher in this community at KIPP. And needless to say, I talk daily, and he used to didn't talk at all. And so maybe thank you, Mr. Miller, for what Dalen got going on. So I am interested in knowing what school you all attend and what grade level you are. If you can just go down.
We'll start with that.
Oh,
I am attending Central High School and I'm going to the 8th grade.
I don't know what school I'm really going to because I'm moving, but I will be attending the 8th grade. I'm a tall 8th grader. I'm my age. I didn't flunk.
I attend Central High School, CHS, and I will be going to the 11th grade.
Yeah, we're asking for your name.
My name is Shelby Sam.
Tasharia Wright.
Naziah Stackhouse.
My name is Alexis, and I'm attending CHS Central High School, and I'm going to the 10th grade.
My name is Leroy Pope. I'm a graduate of Central High School.
My name is Victoria Collins. I attend Central High School, and I'm going to the 10th grade.
My name is Brianna Guy. I attend the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff, and I'm a rising junior.
I am Cameron Cole. I attend Central High School, and I'll be in the 12th grade class of 2022.
My name is Jemiah Allen. I am currently a junior at Central High School, class of 2023.
My name is Amelia Moody, and I'm an 8th grader in KIPP Delta. Hey, Miss Clark.
My name is Jacora Morris. I go to Central High School, and I'll be attending 10th grade.
My name is Patricia Collins. I attend Central High School, going to the 8th grade.
My name is Ben Starks. I just graduated from KIPP Delta, and I will be going to University of Pine Bluff.
My name is Jaquez Thomas, and I will be a senior at Central High School, class of 2022, where the Cougars run deep. Do you hear me?
My name is Caleb Hart, and I will be attending Colonial Middle School, that's in Memphis, and I will be going to the 8th grade.
My name is Jakaya Whitfield. I attend Central High School, and I'm going to the 10th grade.
Is that everybody? All right, give it up one more time for all these amazing folks. Give it up for yourselves. Give it up for yourselves. And lastly, I'll say this, and I'll hand the mic to the man, the myth himself. If you have any young people, right, make sure you learn more about this program. Holler at Dr. Kyle Miller. Holler at any of the other staff. Holler at David. He get paid to be here too. Please get them involved, man. This will be happening again. So if you have any questions, holler at them. Thank y'all so much for coming out, and I'll let Dr. Miller close us out.
Hey, have a great evening. Thank y'all. Bye-bye.
May the last one burn into flame.